My name is Joseph Johnson, and I'm a manager at Estelle's Diner, and I do security at night. In 1994, I was convicted of second-degree murder, first-degree assault, and armed criminal act. I served 25 years in the Department of Corrections. So I'm not proud of what I've done, but I take full responsibilities of my actions. And during time served, I've learned how to communicate better, be respectful and responsible. Through personal professional development classes, I learned how to be a leader in the jobs in which I obtained as being a barber, landscaping, and janitorial. Through motivation and determination and moving forward in my life and career, I wanted to change my environment. I wanted to change my people. So I got involved even more with this program called Connection to Success that got me where I am today. I was released from prison in December 14th. A friend of mine's in prison that I had met introduced me to his grandma, and she had offered me a place to stay. Well, I got a rude awakening once I got there. When I got there, I noticed that kids was doing the kid thing. They smoking marijuana, they smoking cigarettes, phones blurring with radios, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. I got out of the house, so when I got to Walmart's, I went in one of the aisles, and the first time I ever cried in my life, I called everybody from Connections that I knew. So I called all them and I said, look, I want to go back. I can't stay in this house, because if I stay in this house, then here it is, I'm going back to prison anyway, because they doing all the wrong things. So they was like, no, Joe, no, you ain't going back to prison. You just stay right there in whatever aisle you in, and we coming to get you. And that's what they did. They all came together. And she told me that I was going to stay in this hotel, and I'd be staying in the hotel for like 9 days. I get in here, it's beautiful, big old bed. And that was, man, I'm talking about, I went to prison, I was 16 years old, man. Come from sleeping on cardboards with blankets over the top of me to a bed, a real bed, man. I'm talking about, this bed was huge, big old screen TV. I'm talking about couch with fluffy pillows and everything, man. I'm sleeping on the couch one night, I'm sleeping in bed the next night. I even rolled around on the carpet one night, bro, because I'm like, carpet, really? You know what I mean? Probably about after 8 days, maybe, I took an adventure. And I walked the plaza nervous, and I did it by myself. And I met some wonderful people. They had these people singing and stuff on the side of the street. And there was a family right there. So I asked them, hey, can I stand here and listen to him play the music? So they was like, okay. So we end up talking and stuff like that. But after the whole conversation, and they prayed with me and stuff like that, her husband come around and he said, man, I want to give you something. He gave me a $50 gift card to the Cheesecake Factory. Man, and I tell you, I'm a fat kid that love cake. I went on doing job interviews until told about my felony and everything. They hired me. But I worked for them for 31 days, man, and didn't get paid for a single day. If we walk out of here right now, quitting, because we got a legitimate reason to quit. Trust me, we do. But if we walk out and we go seek employment somewhere else, and they come back to them for a reference and say, well, how was Joseph work ethics and motivation skills, whatever it is at this company that I previously worked for, only thing he gonna say is that he quit, he walked out. He's not gonna tell them exactly what I walked out for. So now that put a bad reference on me, and ain't nobody gonna wanna hire me. Let's continue to do our job and be the best at it, because one thing for sure, these people gotta pay us. Randy set up an interview for me with Anton Kotar, so I go down there, did another interview with Dave Byersmith, and he was like, Joe, you hired. Just let your job know. If you got to put 2 weeks in or whatever, let them know, and then you come back. So about 2, maybe 3 weeks later, David had called me, and he was like, hey Joe, he said, man, I want to apologize. You know, Connection to Success been calling me about your money. I want to apologize. We got you. We're gonna give you your money. I wasn't even here 2 weeks yet at Estelle's Diner. So I'm there, and Stacy, which was the overseer at this point, she said, Joseph, she said, you did such a good interview when we interviewed you. She said, do you mind helping me do some interviews so we can get this place up and running? When I did it, and she pulled me to the side, she said, Joe, where did you learn that from? The questions in which you asked was so significant. Where you get that from? You know what I mean? And I was like, well, Connection to Success taught me this when I was in prison right before my release, so I can be well prepared on how to come into an interview and be able to answer the questions, be calm, have a smile on my face, and this, that, and the third. And she was like, hey, they taught you well. Like that, right? She say, so what you think about being my hiring person? So I hired everybody. So all the things that was holding me back, all the things that I was afraid of, Connection showed me how to let it go. Not only let it go, but see the positive in it instead of the negative that kept me trapped. And once I was able to do that, then I was able to open up, be a little vulnerable, and allow them to work inside me. And when I did that, now I am what I am today. Got me a brand new 2018 Nissan Versa. I'm managing. I'm doing security. It's life out here, man. But you gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay determined and go after what you want. Go after your dreams, man. Don't let nobody get in the way. And here it is, a man that went to prison 16 years old, that didn't know nothing going in. Coming out didn't know nothing. But look at me now. But this program coming in such a short time and so intense with so many tools, you can't forget it. I know how you feel. And I know where you can get to. So I gave people from Connection to Success a chance. I got them hired. At my job, I done hired them, and they doing well. And they believing that they can be the best that they can be because somebody was willing to give them a chance. But when you hold a person back and tell them no, it's up to them to have the strength and mobility to keep moving forward, or allow your words to be their destiny and they just stop and give up. And I refuse to give up.
And none of that would be possible if it wasn't for Connection.